You're listening to Where You Live with Gene Sullivan.
Welcome back to Where You Live. I'm Gene Sullivan, broadcasting from the True North Painting Studios. This show is brought to you by Extreme Exteriors and American Family Insurance, the Kim Bennett Agency. As an American family agent, Kim believes that there is much more to insurance than the policy itself. It's about providing you with dependable protection and services. Kim believes that trust and credibility can't be demanded. It can only be earned by what you say and what you do. Give her a call at 651-482-1598 and tell her Gene sent you. It's time now to hear from the Minnesota Multifamily Association. The MHA Minute is brought to you by Start to Finish Maintenance Contractors. Start to Finish provides 24-hour service for all your home and business maintenance needs. Call Start to Finish at 952-259-1219 for your home, for your business, for your peace of mind.
Do you need products to successfully run your rental property business? Interested in a class about fair housing or rekeying locks? Want to use the plain language lease that is used by the majority of rental property owners in Minnesota? Then you should visit mmha.com. That's two M's, mmha.com. That's the website for the Minnesota Multi-Housing Association, the most comprehensive resource in the state for owners of everything from a duplex to hundreds of units, and for townhome and condo associations as well. They've been around for 40 years and put on hundreds of seminars, publish a monthly magazine, sell Attorney General approved leases, and have countless other tools for property owners. While they are a membership organization, all of their resources and seminars and their annual convention and their spring conference and their orientation programs are open to everyone. For more information, visit the website, mmha.com.
If you're just joining us now, I'm talking about a story from the Washington Daily Herald. A man who is a huge Seattle Seahawks fan, and he also lives in a homeowners association. And he thought there was a correlation when he proudly flew the Seattle Seahawks 12th man flag in support of his team last season when they were in the playoffs. The homeowner association said, you got to take this down. We're asking that you fill out an application before you just put something up, like a flag. He put it down. He said the Seahawks lost, and he was sure that this was what's needed. He is now thumbing his nose at the HOA. He's saying, I'm putting it up there because to him, the greater good, of course, and everybody should understand this, is that the Seattle Seahawks continue to win each and every game. And if these people would only understand, living in the HOA, that his flag is the one thing that is pushing back the gates of hell, that's pushing against his team from being able to win each and every week, and he must be able to have this flag up no matter what. And the thing that was amazing as you read this story, his attorney talk about grandstanding. He's bringing up issues. Mr. Carlson should have the ability to display the American flag, and that cannot be denied him as a citizen. Well, that is true, but we're not talking about the American flag. We're talking about the Seattle Seahawks 12th man flag. So he was just obfuscating. He was bringing up something that really wasn't the issue. And I just thought, would you really want a person like this as your attorney? I can tell you, I unfortunately have to use attorneys just too much in my life. I'm glad they're there. They're people that I need, but I want someone who's going to be trustworthy. I want someone who's got credibility. And that person who has credibility for me is the person who also comes back and says, hey, Gene, you know what? Instead of just claiming your rights, why don't we try working with the association first? Why didn't the attorney say that? The association just said, Mr. Carlson, will you fill out an application? And let's go through this process to get it approved. We've done it for other people, but there's some things we want you to know. We want you to go through the same process everybody else has. That seems reasonable. But no, we live in a society where people want to say, this is my right. My right supersedes anything else. And it is getting to a point of ridiculousness. It really is in this particular case, because here you have the association that was not being overly aggressive with Mr. Carlson. They hadn't even fined him. They just said, you're not doing things according to the governing documents. Could you please take down the flag? Here's an application. Mr. Carlson's attorney says, hey, Mr. Carlson's going to continue to fly the flag on game days the way he wants to, and you consider this the application. Wow. Talk about conciliatory. Talk about compromising. Talk about the kind of person that you want to sit down at the table to work out a compromise. I think this guy's doing a great disservice. And after all, when we talk about this whole issue of rights, could it be that there are other things that possibly the association may be thinking about that deal with other people's rights, that may deal with the operation of the property that could be pretty important here? And you may be saying, Gene, what on earth are you talking about? What could possibly be such a big deal about someone flying a flag? Well, it wasn't just any flag. This 12th man flag that Mr. Carlson had has a special stand that is placed and put into the ground for it to be able to be held in place. Why? Because it's on a pole that's over 21 feet high. And it is a very large flag, and it moves and goes back and forth. And so could there be other issues that the association might be concerned with here? I'm just going to go out on a limb here, but here's a couple things that come to my mind right away. Number one, where is Mr. Carlson placing this flag? Is he placing it at the end of a lot line? Could it be that it is right on a lot line between the property with the association and an adjoining property? And guess what? The association wants to be good neighbors, and they're saying, you know what? We need to live within the city and municipality ordinances where we are too. We want to be good neighbors to the people around us. So possibly there's a lot line issue. So could we talk about it before you just place something down? How about this? Could there be an interruption of the irrigation lines? You know, as soon as people start putting, one of the reasons why lawn signs for sale at a homeowners association aren't allowed, and a lot of people haven't thought about this, is because there are irrigation lines that are put down because people are paying to have their water green and looking nice all season long. And they're only down just a little bit. You now dig and you put a lawn sign in. People have gone and ended up cutting irrigation lines. Could it be that this stand that Mr. Carlson wants to put in could actually disrupt the irrigation lines? And so the association wants an application for the purpose of saying, hey, maybe we want to just make sure that nothing is hurt, because if there's damage, Mr. Carlson, you'll have to pay for that. Is that too much to ask for? How about the pole itself being too tall? You can live in a homeowners association where I've seen manor homes where you have homes on the first floor and homes on the second. Well, if you have something that's 20 feet high and this huge flag that waves back and forth in the wind, is it disruptive to the view of other people in their homes? Do they not have a right themselves? How about if it's in a common area where the grounds care people have to work extra to work around it in order to get the grounds taken care of? That could cost the association money. See, there's so many things that people don't think about, but you don't need to just go to this place of saying, I demand my rights. I hope for the sake of Mr. Carlson, he goes through that application and finds that his homeowners association is indeed very reasonable. Well, folks, thanks for taking time to be with me today. Hope you have a great rest of the weekend. Look forward to having you here next Saturday on Where You Live.